Melania Trump sent a very clear message about her NATO business that set the media on fire. The vividly beautiful First Lady wanted to let everyone know how her summit was, and it was good enough to inflame the people who were trying to spin her trip into one of unclear nonsense and struggles. Melania's trip was just fine, and she made that point quite clear and concise, because that's just how it has to be for the infotainment folks reaching for a story to make it seem like she had a bad time. The leftists outlets might have tried pushing a narrative, but the only one who can tell a story about Melania Trump is the First Lady herself. Anyone who reports the below information incorrectly must be trying to spin it into a liberal gibberish pile of unreadable nonsense. Good thing we're here to set the facts straight and give you the story fresh from the Daily Caller. First Lady Melania Trump issued a conciliatory statement celebrating her visit to Belgium for the annual NATO summit, in contrast to her husband's combative experience. "We had a wonderful stay in Belgium," the First Lady said. "Thank you to our new ambassador Gidwitz and Mrs. Gidwitz for hosting us, and to Belgium for arranging Wednesday's spousal program during the NATO summit. I enjoyed the company of the many NATO spouses. It was an opportunity for us to come together in an exchange of ideas, and appreciate the unique cultural traits of Belgium." The First Lady was publicly by her husband's side at all of his public events, and also appeared in the NATO family photo with other leaders and their spouses. President Donald Trump, by contrast, spent much of the summit hounding members of the alliance to increase their GDP spending on defense to at least 2% and eventually 4%. Only 5 out of 29 countries within the alliance currently spend more than 2% of their GDP on national defense, despite committing to do so in 2006. NATO countries placated Trump with a declaration from the alliance that they would increase spending immediately. As per the quote above, it's obvious that the Trumps endured a perfectly fine time at the NATO summit, and they're reminding people of the fact that it was nothing out of the ordinary. Business as usual, right? Of course, it's business as usual for President Trump and First Lady Melania. Their trip to other countries is much different than what former President Barack Obama and Michelle would do. They went on an apology tour in which they embarrassed the entire country by bowing down to everyone in their presence, giving America a feeling of inferiority that they haven't ever had before. When Obama pranced around to different towns and told everyone he was sorry, then Americans put their heads down in disbelief. Sorry for what? Sorry for winning 2 world wars and being one of the most diverse and successful places on the planet? Sorry, not sorry. President Trump wasn't having any of that nonsense, and we certainly didn't see him apologizing to people. He and Melania faced protesters in another country and they didn't falter. What was really funny about their trip overseas was that the protesters aren't even under Trump's leadership, but they're liberals, so they'll protest anything that's opposite of their beliefs. Talk about hilarious. The people in Scotland protesting Trump don't even get to endure his success as he makes America great. Maybe they should make Scotland great again too. Besides working hard and putting her foot down during the NATO summit and giving everyone the scoop, Melania also did something else. She looked like a goddess as she waltzed throughout her visit. That's what a First Lady truly looks like. While she's out looking like the goddess from another planet, it was Michelle Obama who was worrying about school lunches and making them worse than ever while she was the head lady in charge. Times sure have changed for the better, wouldn't you say?